dawn of the conscious mind, one of the greatest human needs, even more so than food, water, or shelter, is for entertainment. Throughout human history, in fact, this need has inspired the species to greater social and scientific development than any of the other lesser needs. Yes, in meeting this crucial necessity, humankind has become a well-oiled machine of entertainment production. Maybe it comes in the fantastical variety, maybe in the psychological, maybe just from the inherent entertainment of existence. But what happens when the wheels fall off this big, beautiful entertainment truck? What happens when a year like 2020 comes along? Well, it's up to those little people, these small fish in the pond, to step up and do the work of putting on the spare tires and blowing out the head gasket as we keep that big rig sailing towards the edge of a cliff. And who are these unsung heroes stepping up in this time of global need?
My name is David Gravely. I am a co-founder at Butter Chicken Pictures.
My name is Shane Pierce, and along with my partner David Gravely, we are the co-founders of Butter Chicken Pictures. So what we are working on right now, upcoming this spring, is shooting our second feature film. And this film is called Ambrosia. It is the story of a young entrepreneur, a bed and breakfast owner, who is sort of just surviving a day in the life of owning and operating this bed and breakfast that he has.
We follow all the characters that are inside the Ambrosia Inn for the day. They're staying there, and outside circumstances kind of force them to be together all day long. The main character, Quilliam Frankfurt, who is the owner-operator of the inn, he just has to navigate.
He sort of is trying to make this place into a world in itself of his own creation that he has all this control over, and he may or may not actually really have that control. It creates a lot of conflict for him internally and literally in the space.
So the Ambrosia film is our most resourceful work, in my opinion, because we are choosing a very special place in and around downtown Beckley that we can take over as our own and use it for a Hollywood-like production. Beautiful place, bordering on strange, but not. It doesn't have a creepy feel. It just has an old mansion kind of vibe mixed with a classic bed and breakfast. But the architecture is like sort of jutting. It's not totally symmetrical. It's just like an interesting place to make something happen in.
There are a lot of different influences that you could point to in it. There certainly is like a screwball and slapstick sort of element to it. So the pacing is a little bit high octane in something like Bringing Up Baby or some of those old screwball comedies.
The first thing I thought of was The Burbs, but not because it's so similar in tone. That's a darker film, but it's a slapsticky sort of comedy where someone might slide off the roof and hurt themselves. But at the same time, it takes place in a very contained place.
But visually and in the atmosphere also, it feels a little bit Terry Gilliam in a way. This world that he's created sort of isn't entirely real. It exists a little bit in his mind because he's trying to force it into existence.
Oh, and to be honest, and some Neil Simon plays, like some of his like zanier stuff with like people like shuffling around the house, like some of like these New York kind of like dramedy pieces where like someone's a moron and someone's in love with so-and-so and like you know, calamity ensues, that sort of thing. With these videos, we are showing you our map of what we are going to be working on, the timeline of how this is going to work, how we're shooting it, when we're shooting it, who's going to be involved, how much money that requires, and throughout that there's going to be some fundraising going on. We have a Seed and Spark campaign that we're getting ready to launch, and these are all like little bullet points along the way until the official shoot in early May.
Part of our goal all along the way for this is we want this to be like a really open and engaging project that anybody in the community can get involved in if they would like to. And if that means, you know, following along on social media and seeing just what goes in behind the scenes and seeing our casting and crewing and learning about different positions and how a film is made. We really want people to feel engaged by this project and maybe learn something about filmmaking and learn something about their community and the arts in Southern West Virginia.